Hi, good afternoon, Joel.
Good
I would like to ask you some questions on values and culture, as well as communications. So the first question, as a Korean, what do you value most in life and why?
Value most in life and
Yes.
why? I think I value the most for my goal that I would like to make in the future. So as a student, I would like to focus on my study,
Right.
and as a worker, then I'm focusing on my working, and then in the end, ultimately, I would like to get to my goal. That's what I value the most.
Cool. Thank you. So the second question, do most Koreans have the same values as you?
Well, I don't think so actually, because most of Korean people are very pragmatic. Some of them are opportunist.
Uh-huh.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Rectified.
Yeah.
Some of them are just bad.
Uh-huh.
I think that kind of things are really depends on the people. What
Right.
people think was the most valuable.
Uh-huh.
I think it's really up to the people.
Okay. Number 3, by coming to Thailand, did your values change, like since before?
By coming to Thailand,
Yeah.
well, somehow, but I don't think my total things are not changing that much,
Mm-hmm.
because this is also a step that I'm getting to my goals. As well.
Ah.
Doesn't really matter.
So, what has shaped you to become who you are today?
Sorry.
What has shaped you to become who you are today?
What has been shaped me
Yeah, to become who you are today.
to become good? Well, my parents' teaching, a lot of people's advices, probably, and I don't know, a lot of experience that I have been doing.
Does it have to do with your military at all?
Somehow, because when I was in the military, I kind of take a lot of responsibility.
Right.
In that way, I learn a lot of things. So, like, I have to take care of my squad member sometimes when I was in surgeon, and when I was in my squad leader. And somehow I need to follow up the other like upper rank people, so that in that way they made me how I may get to the goal, like they advising a lot.
Okay, so the next question, how do you feel about the mandatory military system in your country?
Mandatory military system back in my country. Well, it is as you see, it is mandatory. We have a common enemies all over the world, which is called North Korea. North Korean people, their people is not the problem, but the leader, who's king. He is a total, in a bad word.
Yes, in a bad way.
Dictator.
So that's why you think it's necessary to have military
To protect my country
and your
and
people.
my
Suffering.
people, for sure. To protect property as well. And at the same time, even though we are united in the future, I think we still need to do the mandatory military system. Our history has been proved that war can happen in any time. So.
Next question. What are the factors that makes you fulfilled about your life?
Factors.
Makes you feel fulfilled, happy?
I don't know, that is a really hard question. Making me fulfilled.
Yeah.
People around me, probably.
People around me?
People around me. A lot of people has been like helping me, advising me. Sometimes they being really bad to me, but they kinda did it for me. for me to being like the right person. Like the teacher in the high school.
Right. What are your life goals?
Life goal.
Yes.
I think that must be the same question as first one. Oh, you mean my goal?
Yeah.
Ultimate
Your
goal.
very goal.
My ultimate goal is being happy, you know.
Yes. That's it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Being happy in the end.
Uh-huh.
That I don't make any enemy in my life.
Uh-huh. So, are Korean families as close as Thai families?
I think somehow Korean families are really similar as Thai family. They are kinda, big family normally, and then it has been separated to the nuclear family. That kinda same. And how they treat their child, how the parents treat their child is really similar. They kinda caring in the similar way. They kinda somehow hitting when their children have some problem, you know. I think in a way, they don't touch some kids' heads like in my country as well. I think it's a bit similar in my personal opinion.
Do the Koreans concern much about status in the society?
Well, in my personal opinion, yes, I do think so. Like, for example, like head of the family is normally a father, and then the father's status is really important to managing the family inside, and also it's kind of masculinity society. So like inside of the company, the head position is really important. Like they always order something, and then the lower rank people or low level people always have to like follow on what they are ordered to them. It's not really what we call active to acting something. It's really passive society.
How do you define your country? As I or we?
How do I define our country?
Yes.
You mean how the people define the country?
Yeah. Is it like how is the individualism of your country?
Like in my country, people are somehow individualism because like it has been changing after 1950, like after the Korean War happened, and people were really, devastated. They don't know what to do, so they has to survive themselves. So
Right.
people become really individual from that time. And in these days, people are interacting through the internet. That changes society a lot to the individual.
Next question is, in short, do you prefer Thai society over Korean society or the other way around?
I personally, I'm a really Korean person, so I prefer my country over to
Other countries.
How do you show respect in Korean society?
in my country. We kind of heartwarming to the other people, and then we have our politely to say speaking, like in Thailand they put in the cup in the end, so we also have that kind of things for the like higher people or elderly people.
Next question. How do Korean treat their elders?
Extremely polite. Otherwise, people's gonna be really aggressive to you and kind of score you.
Next question is, do the females in Korean society have the same treatment as men do?
In these days, yes, I can say it is, but it wasn't like that before. It's kind of very vernacular society.
So should women's being treated the same as men is pretty new in Korea?
Yeah, it kind of changes from end of last century. Right now, there's some feminism going on.
Next question is, What if a younger person who has a higher status than you, would you show respect to him or her? Why and how?
In working place, it should be like that because the status is also very important in my country. So you need to respect yourself and respect your high position inside of the organization. But like outside of the organization, it's kind of friends. They also respect you.
Next question is, if you had something you do not like about another person, would you just directly tell that person, or would you just keep it to yourself?
And in my country, we talk back, talk in the back. we don't do the direct talking to people. But personally, I'm kind of trying to say directly.
Do Korean parents consider as overprotective?
I think it depends on the family because how they grown up and how they been treated is really depends on this kind of interaction. So I think environment kind of decide their characters of their lives.